Back to Good Morning Idaho. As spring inches closer, people are thinking about getting the house cleaned up, you know, for a change in season. So Barbara Ward from the Home Depot is joining us this morning. Thanks for being here, Barbara. Nice to have you here. We at Home Depot put together a quick turnaround so you could get here and bring a lot of this stuff in this morning. Now, of course, the house, you know, inside is where a lot of people start. At least I know that's how it goes in my family. So you brought in a lot of things that can be helpful to people. And one of the things you told me about first this morning is really that you may not need as much stuff as you think you need.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. The idea is to save money, but get the job done.
And what's the best way to do that then?
The best way to do it would be to make sure that you get a cleaner that you can use inside and out. You can use on all surfaces, like the Simple Green. You can use it on most surfaces. It's tough, it's non-toxic, it's biodegradable, safe for children and pets.
So that's something you can get rather than buying the Windex and the 409 and all these other things. That can be used on multiple surfaces?
On most things, yes.
And so
except for leather, suede, that kind of stuff.
And of course you can always find on there, you know, what you should use it on and what you shouldn't. But not only will it save you money, it'll save you space too.
It does.
You know,
you can mix that up in a dilution, put it in a spray bottle, and you don't have to put it in a bucket. You can put it just in a spritzer bottle.
Nice.
And paper towels, always. You can use that for cleaning up. And the garbage bags, these do not break, they stretch.
And what kind are these?
These are the HDX drawstring kitchen bags.
So they'll give you some of that.
Flexible,
So you got boxes, you got things with corners, you got some sharp cans. It'll stretch them out there, but it won't put holes in your bags when you're cleaning up. Okay, yeah. Because that can leave a big mess as you're dragging it out to the porch and everything. So consolidation can save you money, save you space. What are some of the things people ask you about a lot? Maybe they're coming in, they're wanting to start their spring cleaning projects. What things do you get asked about a lot?
I get asked mainly for changing light bulbs. Their light bulbs are going out this time of year. I get also, what do you do about air filters? Because it's time. In March, change your air filters. You need to change them every 3 months to keep the dust and stuff. Why clean if you're just going to put dust and pollen and allergens right back into your house?
And you'll just be blowing it right back in essentially with that filter.
And these are so easy to change. They're directional. They have arrows. You can pick from 4, which is the lowest one. It'll trap just most dust and dirt. Or if you have allergies and pets, you want to go for a 10.
So it's it's dummy proof basically. It's Spencer proof, you could call it.
Every filter is like that.
And of course, if you have the model and make of your furnace, air conditioning, that kind of stuff, I'm sure you guys at the Home Depot could help people find the right one that they need as well anyway, right? So consolidation, and these things, I had to ask you about these because these are one of my favorite things. I do have a couple of those at home.
Yeah. This one, the Outdoor Pro, is so good, and it's activated by water, so it's not going to do anything till you put water on it. This you can scrub down your plastic furniture.
Wow.
You can clean your grill. It's time to get the grill out, start getting it in shape for spring.
Does that have any bleach in it? Is that going to be ruining clothes or anything like that?
Always read your instructions.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you're using cleaners of any kind, I don't care if they're biodegradable, make sure you wear gloves and eye protection.
Yeah, always helps.
Always. Yeah.
You don't want to risk it finding out how dry or stinging your hands feel after you've gotten them immersed in some of these. So thanks so much for the tips on the, you know, a lot of focus on the indoor spring cleaning. And of course, as we actually get to spring, which is still a couple weeks away, we'll be talking with Home Depot more about some outdoor remedies. And also later in the show, some people may want to start their gardens this weekend because it's going to be warm. So we got to talk about some things you need to keep in mind because the winter weather's not always going to be done this early in March. So we'll talk more about that later in the show with you. All right, thanks.
You're waking up to Good Morning Idaho.
Welcome back, everybody. The weekend is almost here. Warmer temperatures are coming as well. But you never know when winter will come back and haunt you, maybe do one last damaging visit. That's why Barbara Ward once again is joining us from the Home Depot this morning. Thanks for sticking around, Barbara.
Sure, no problem.
Of course, we've been talking about how it kind of feels like spring this weekend, but of course we know spring's not here.
No.
And quickly, we wanted to talk about this big guy here because we talked about some spring cleaning earlier in the show for your indoor stuff. This is something that could help you with outdoor spring cleaning as well, right?
Definitely. You take care of your driveways, your cars, the outside of your house, your windows, patio furniture. And
this, so this pressure washer, it carries a lot of torque with it. You know, this is definitely, forgive me if I call it a man tool. I think a lot of guys would have fun with that outside. Yeah, a tool or a toy, either way you want to look at it. So there's one of the things you can use when you're looking to do the spring cleaning outside your house. But also, people who get outside, a lot of them are the ones that have green thumbs. Maybe be starting the garden. I know that some people's bulbs have come up already.
Yes.
So talking about people who are taking advantage of the warm weather, but knowing that winter's not over yet, what do we need to keep in mind?
Keep in mind that even your bulbs that are coming up, the tops of those are going to get nipped up. You can also cover them up with this natural burlap.
And so explain a little bit more about this. I'm a little familiar with this.
Okay. This is going to work like a little blanket, but moisture, air is going to travel through it. Things can grow through it. It's biodegradable.
Okay.
You can plant seeds, put this over the top of it, and they'll sprout right through it.
Oh, wow.
You can wrap.
And it's still getting sunlight, too.
Correct.
I mean, because it's got all those holes in it and everything. They can pop through. They get the sunlight.
Yeah. This works really, really well. I like it. If you have tender perennials that you've bought early and put out, you can wrap these with it.
And okay.
Yeah, and it'll just help it out.
And so it'll actually keep the entire ground level area warm, not just the plant itself.
I mean, it is porous, so it's not going to, you know, protect it from something that's zero.
Yeah.
But it's going to add about 10 degrees.
Awesome. So doing more than you know what it would be otherwise. Yeah. So and this Aqua Shield here. Tell me a little bit about this.
This is a great product. This right here, you can put it around your plants that you've just planted, and what you do is you put a 5-gallon bucket over the top of your plant, slide this down over the top of it, and the early planting, your plants are small, you only fill it 3/4 of the way full, so it folds over at the top after you pull the bucket over and makes a little teepee.
Okay.
This will absorb heat from the sun during the day and release it at night.
And is this, I understand, are these things that you fill with water then to get the water actually gives them their shape so they stand up, right?
And then as the plant gets bigger, you fill it all the way to the top and it opens it up.
Oh, wow. So again, something that teepee is going to create a nice little house for your plant there.
For it.
What other just general tips are there if people are heading to Home Depot and you wanted to know some gardening tips if they get started early? What other things would you tell people?
Make sure if you're planting anything to mulch.
Okay.
Mulch is a great product. It keeps in moisture, keeps weeds out. Don't trim too early. Don't start trimming your roses till you see the forsythia or your daylilies coming up.
Might be a temptation people have, you know, if they're wanting.
If they get out there and they do trim, make sure you cover it with pruning seal or a wood glue.
Okay. Wood glue right there on any of the pruning that you do as well.
Right.
Wow.
And we also have a pruning seal in a spray can that works very, very well.
I wouldn't have even known to do that. So right there on the cut after you make your prune, and then get some of that wood glue on there, and that'll help it as well. So some great tips for gardening. Remember, some nice weather. Of course, it could come back to bite you. Winter's not over yet, folks. Don't forget about that late frost, but these are items that could help you if you do already have bulbs coming up, things like that. So thanks so much, Barbara, for coming in from the Home Depot this morning and helping us a little bit with our spring cleaning.